and Shahana and everybody that's on. I'm very glad to be on here to talk about civic engagement, but also to also send my blessings and well wishes to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. And I also understand and want to wish a happy Turkish Youth Day as well. Some of you may be aware already, but just a brief background. I've been serving in the state assembly now for 3 years, and this is my 3rd year. Prior to that, I served as chief of staff at a city agency for the city of New York, and I worked for the mayor of the city. And then that was the year too where we were able to make sure Muslim holidays was a reality, and it's something that I'm focused on at the state level to make that a reality. And I want to give a big shout out to people like Sister Shahana and Suleiman and Masab, all people that were very instrumental during that time to make sure that we turn a lot of those visions to reality. And it really goes to show too, as an example, what happens when you are involved and engaged in the community. Your voice and advocacy can literally change laws or change how things have been going on for years. And but it all starts with being engaged civically, whether it's through your community board, civic organization, or you want to create your own group to fight for a cause that's near and dear to your heart. If you live in a community and you always have a question on why is this area abandoned, or why are people in this part of the city not being treated correctly, there's something you could always do about it. But it starts with speaking up with it, on it, and turning those concerns into action. So I guess with that being said, Suleiman, is there anything you want me to hit on, touch on, or?
I mean, I guess if you give us like a quick rundown of the importance of Muslim youth kind of getting involved. I know, and Turkish youth, because I know you were kind of the one that pushed me into government, and I would never have been here without you pushing me, and also my mom as well. But I guess if you could try to explain the importance of young people really getting involved, especially Muslim and the Turkish community.
Absolutely. So the importance of young people getting involved, we want to make sure that if we need more resources, right, for programming in the community, or after school programs, or job opportunities in a certain area, or internships in a certain area. One of the things that I always find helpful is when the youth come lobby lawmakers in Albany, and it's always the youth with adults, right? But if you see more of that, especially when it comes to what we're looking for in the Muslim community from our youth, I think it's also very important, right? So for instance, I know there's been a big push to make sure that there's halal food on the department, that the Department of Education provides halal food, right? I think that could be a more effective campaign, and it could become a reality if we see more youth advocating for the halal food, right? Not to say that the older people that's advocating for it doesn't make a difference. It does make a difference, but I think it does go a long way when the youth is engaged in that respect. I'll give you another example. When I was at the Parks Department as chief of staff, one of the things that the agency has never done before was have open its fields up in the evening time during Ramadan, right? And I remember working with Suleiman on this when I was there to make sure that we have some sort of activity for our youth. But where did that come from? That actually came from the youth, right? So we can make that happen. So I think that's the power of the youth being involved and getting active. And if you think something is impossible, you should get that out of your mind now, because nothing is impossible. As long as you start somewhere, anything is possible.